Hello everybody, in today's video we'll be checking out a puzzle from QiYi. This is called the Pentacle Cube. Now this actually came into stock while I was in New York visiting the Cubicle, so they gave me one straight then and there, and I got to try one, and man was it turning ever cool. At first I was like, man, this is going to be a really difficult puzzle to solve, but thinking about it now, I think it's actually going to be pretty easy. So it comes in this box, which is very, very nice, sort of like a display case, and to take it apart, you just unwrap this whole thing from the side and it comes off and it has a stand. Now the stand is actually blank, so you could use this for other things. You could put really like any cube on here and that becomes a new type of cube stand, which is really cool. So I'm going to actually keep that and this because it could hold like a rare puzzle or something, you know, and then you could seal it back up. But I'll think about that at another time. All right, so, so as you can see, it's called the Pentacle for a reason. It looks like it's a pentagram. So let's go ahead and open this thing up, and I'll show you how it turns. Okay, so basically all of these can move like this, which is really cool. They're not fixed in place, they're just kind of there. Now you can't really turn anything else. So you have to actually like line these up to sort of make like a 3x3. And you just line them up all the way. And now you can make a turn. And this thing turns really, really nice. So when it's in the state, you can turn this, but you cannot turn anything else on the cube. It doesn't matter which way you go, it has to be with these things lined up. And you can never do two at a time, like be able to do an RU move, unless, you know, you were to go R and then move all of these around, you know, and then make the move from there. So that's why I thought it'd be really difficult to move. So now thinking about it, my strategy has changed. I look at these corners as if they were 2x2 corners, and because these can move separately, I believe that you should be able to solve the entire thing by solving these corners, which will be difficult because if you're going to use algorithms to do so, basically you can't just do the algorithm, because every time you do a move, you have to reset up all of these, you know, in order to make another move, and then you can go ahead and move it, and then you can change things however you see fit. So that is going to be the difficult part of this puzzle, is doing the corners. I believe the corners will be the hardest part of this solve, because of that. Anyways, to give you a little bit of information on this, this was designed by QiYi. It costs $19.99 on the Cubicle.us, but as usual, if you want to get a little bit cheaper, you can use coupon code CrazyBadCuber at checkout. It's 60 millimeters across and it weighs 126.8 grams. On here currently is the Gans Half Bright Scream, and it comes in black, white, and stickerless. Now I had the choice. I chose black because I just really like black puzzles. So I think that you can actually change things by lining them up, and then you can say go like this and bring it back, and now you've swapped these two. So I think once the corners are done, you can always change everything, and you can like build one side. I don't even know if you have to build one side then the other, like a 4x4 or something. I think that you could just go any side, and then the last two sides you would come like this, and then, you know, you could even, you know, mix them up like that. I mean, you could have this type of result, and you can just fix it using those two centers. The corners don't come in play. I think it's a completely different solve doing the corners than it is the centers, and I think the corners will be much more difficult. All right, so I think it's time to scramble this thing up. So it may take a little bit to scramble, so I might fast forward it a little bit just to get the scramble done, because every time you want to make a turn, you've got to move. You have to move layers. All right, so I think that I've got a pretty good scramble going on here. So yeah, I can already tell that getting that 2x2 stage, I think I'm going to end up using beginner's method on that because I don't think that'll be able to. My 2x2 algorithms are very much muscle memory at this point, so I'll probably end up doing beginner's method on that, but this isn't a speed cube, so I'm really not too worried about it. But yeah, when I was scrambling it, I basically just picked things that need to be separated out. Let's get this white out, this yellow, and this one's really nicely scrambled up. Then you just make another turn, and that's it. And you don't even have to turn it that long to get a pretty good scramble on there. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go and try to solve this, and then I will come back. All right, everybody, so I have solved this thing a couple of times. It's really not that hard to solve. I was right. The hardest part of solving this is solving the corners like a 2x2. So basically, I didn't use algorithms in order to do that. I just used beginner's method, as in, you know, do the bottom 4, whatever color you want to start with. Easy to be color neutral on 2x2, so pick the easiest one to start, and the top 2, the top 4 will be in a usual order, and then you can just twist them and rotate them and move them around accordingly. And once that's done, then filling in these is really, really easy. So I think what I'm going to do is something that I haven't done in a very long time, which is actually make a tutorial on this, because it is a very easy cube. It is a very nice looking puzzle, and it turns like fantastic. Like it turns like as good as a speed cube. And you can see when I do this, it basically just lines back up again. It's really, really well designed. Everything moves super, super smooth. So I am very, very much a fan of this puzzle. I think that it is it's a lot more intimidating looking than it is to solve. If you can just get through doing, doing the 2x2 stage, everything else should be pretty easy and intuitive, actually. So I'm going to make a tutorial on this to come out sometime in December sometime. So anyways, guys, if you'd like this puzzle, again, it's $19.99 at the Cubicle.us. Use coupon code CrazyBadCube at checkout for a discount. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks to the Cubicle for sending this to me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next video.